completed all the Season 4 challenges. I just wanted to go through them very quick, show you guys all the challenges if you're maybe not familiar with them, and I'm going to give you my input on how I did manage to beat a lot of these. Some of them are just straightforward, which I'm just going to skip through. If there's some technicality to one, I will slow down on the player card and give you my little tidbits of information on how I got it. So let's get into this. So the first one is get 25 eliminations shortly after landing from a parachute. Now, just parachute, try to land near a bunch of zombies and kill them. Honestly, I tried doing this one for like a half an hour and I finished it. It really wasn't that hard. You kind of just, it's not one I would even focus on. Just let it happen. It'll probably get it, no problem. So earn 10 overgrowth metals. That's another one. You could just use toxic growth. It's so easy to get. You don't even have to do that in Outbreak. Would highly recommend a round-based map for that one. Kill 3 or more enemies rapidly using a weapons vehicle. Now, you can just drive around a vehicle with a weapon on it, find a group of zombies, and yeah, just unload on them. What I found was actually kind of useful. I would drive to the radios, if you know what I'm talking about, for the Easter eggs, and they basically summon a bunch of zombies. So drive to the radios, park your gun, you'll get it done. 5 rewards from rockets and secure. Okay, so there's an objective in Outbreak. It's called Secure. Once you complete them, there's 2 rockets that come from the sky. Once you complete each one of them, you have to kill so many zombies near the rocket. Of them every time the objective pops up. All you have to do is fill it to 100%, and then the middle of it will kind of break open and it will reveal kind of a reward. Now, I guess you just have to collect that 5 times. I didn't even notice this one, it just got it on its own. But I play a lot of Outbreak. You might actually have to try to go get this one. 500 eliminations while aiming down sights of a thermal scope. I did this on a round-based map. There's a couple other ones. There's one that it wants you to get tac rifles, I think, as well, or like earn like aiming down sights here. Like, you can combine this one. I'll get to that as I get to the player card, but you can combine this one with a couple other player cards where you can get them all at once. We'll get into that, but yeah, throw an infrared on a scope or on a gun. I use the M16 for this on Firebase, shooting forward. Kill an order with a melee finisher. How I did this one was extremely easy. I used a good gun to get the order all the way down to like a sliver of health, and then I just stabbed him until he died. I was actually lucky enough to get him within 1 stab. It was pretty easy, actually. Very simple. Use a chopper or cruise missile support with 5 or more enemies nearby. So I would use the cruise missile for this because it is cheaper, I think. And yeah, just get zombies near you. Call on the support. Very simple. Fishing, very easy. Just go fishing. You'll get that one. 25 items from fishing. I don't know if the boot counts, but like pretty straightforward. 25 enemies stunned by healing aura. That took me a little bit. Enemies together, hit them with the healing aura. I noticed that they fall to the ground a little bit, so just keep that in mind, that they're not all dead. Like and I think you want to shoot the ones that fall down, because those would be the stunned ones. So keep that in mind when you're doing that. And that's a field upgrade healing aura, so you'll have to throw that on. 500 critical kills aiming down sights. Now, once again, you can combine this one with that one. See, there it is right there as well. That's kind of funny. So you can kind of get all 3 of these done at the same time. Maybe not the aiming down sights one, I don't know. Maybe Austin, after you watch this video, you can confirm if that one counts or not. But you can definitely get tac rifles and thermal scope at the same time. All you have to do is put a thermal on a tac rifle. Simple as that. So enemies distracted by decoys, tactical equipment, and then you have to use a frag to kill them. So what I did was, on Firebase, is I got to the later rounds, I would get a decoy and a Semtex, and I would have my ring of fire filled up. And the best thing to do is just hoard up a bunch of them, right at a higher round, I would say above 20, or if you want to get it done, you can still do it earlier to just take a little bit longer. Maybe focus on the tac rifle ones up until round 20 and then go for this one. But all you do is past round 20, get a, round them up a little bit, throw your decoy. Actually, I would call the ring of fire first, then throw the decoy away from the ring of fire, and then get in the ring of fire and throw the Semtex over to the horde of zombies around the decoy. And me and Austin got this one done. Freelancer metals. Okay, this one took me a while to do. Now, I thought it was just going around, you know, getting kills, you know, with your gun on a bike, basically, or a snowmobile is the best to do this. I don't even know if you can do it in a vehicle. You probably can in the passenger seat, but at least you can drive around on the bike and the snowmobile. But you need to get 3 quick kills, and it's not even a feed. I noticed that I wasn't getting 3 feeds sometimes, but just pay attention when you're shooting the zombies on the motorcycle that, you know, you're shooting them quickly, and you'll see a medal called Freelancer pop up. Now you have to get 100 of those. Trust me, this one's a bit of a grind. This one's going to take you a bit. Fairly simple though. Fury Crystal World Events. That's basically an objective in Outbreak where you have to find 7 crystals, including the one that you break at the start to start the event. So you break that one, you have to find 6 more, you'll complete the event. It is not easy to do if you haven't done it before. You will need to practice these. Maybe get a friend to help you with these, because 2 people are, you know, better. There will be more crystals to shoot with 2 people, but it will ultimately be easier. That could be a tough one for you. Upgrade base weapon to Pack-a-Punch level 3 in 1 purchase session. So basically, if you have a weapon that's not Pack-a-Punched and you click on the Pack-a-Punch menu and you see the 3 tiers there, you cannot leave the menu until it's triple packed. So you can't just triple pack your gun. Now, you think, like I was thinking, I'm like, wow, this is hard, man. Round 1 or something like that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna save up 50k and just get it done. But a subscriber, I forget, it might have been Jokified, sorry if it wasn't, but shout out to you, told me that you just go to the later rounds and you'll end up having so much money you won't know what to deal with it. So if you're pretty decent on Outbreak, I say by around 5 or 6 you're gonna have an extra 50k anyway, especially if you're saving your money. Just go find a random gun, go to the Pack-a-Punch machine, 1, 2, 3, boom, challenge. 500 eliminations with tac rifles, you know, self-explanatory. Kill 10 specials or elites with tomahawk lethals. Now you can get them, what I was doing is I'd get them down within a sliver of their health and then you know, throw a tomahawk at them. Highly recommend not having brain rot on when you're doing this. I had a hard time with that a bit, but you can still get it done. 100 enemies with elemental damage weakness. Now this was a tough one. There could be a better way to do this, but a subscriber told me the best way that they knew how to do it was to use your oh, what's it called? It's a let me go into it here really quickly. Frost Blast, it's called. So you need to have that Frost Blast on right there. And what you do is you just call that when you see the Hellhounds. You have to use that to kill Hellhounds. And I'm telling you, this is another one that was not easy for me as well. Where are we now? Yes. So yes, you have to use that field specialist near the Hellhounds. There's probably another way to do this, but Outbreak's probably the best way to go because you will find hordes of 4 and 5 Hellhounds. Just run up to them really quick and call that field upgrade. You do need 100. You can get it quicker than you think. You know, I just kind of got it on the fly. Pinata Metals. So that's the little ether orb that sometimes spawns on the map. It's an orange icon in Outbreak. And you shoot it and it moves to a different area and you have to follow it, because after you shoot it, it comes down to a time thing. So if you shoot it and don't follow it, it will disappear. So what you got to do is you got to find one, shoot it, it'll go to another area, go to that area, you just follow it. And I highly recommend Stamina Up for it. And you follow it to the next area, you shoot it, and then it'll go to a third area, and then you keep on shooting it and it'll explode and you'll get a Pinata Medal. Now I've heard this doesn't work too well in the later rounds. You probably want to get these done in the first 4 to 5 rounds max. And I would also like to point out, I think if you do find one on Duga or Golova, there's a chance it'll glitch on you. I kind of had a problem with it. That might have just been me though. In a round-based map, reach round 20 without leaving the starting area. Now, I did this on Die Machine. I just hoarded them up, used Toxic Growth, actually, I found was really good. Just hoarded them up, calling it Toxic Growth, and then they would go through it. I said that like Mike Tyson, I know, amazing. And then I would use a war machine as well to fill that up. So you're going to have to use a war machine, and you're going to have to use toxic growth. You will get a megaton on round 15, and you will get round 20 as well. This one could be a little bit tricky. There's also an achievement for it in the game, but that's the little trick I did to that. The war machine and probably toxic growth will be your friend. Maybe look up a strategy for this one on YouTube. There could be some better, you know, ways than I did it out there. 1,000 eliminations with a legendary rarity weapon. Now, you don't need to find a legendary weapon. You just need to find a weapon and get it to legendary. So, say you find a gun you like and it's epic, you know, you can go to that ether crystal and get the what's it called, the ether wrench, the upgrade wrench, make it legendary, and then go get 1,000 kills with it. That's what I did. This was one of the last ones I need to finish. I went to round 1. It just so happened an epic, what was it called? A QBZ came out of a box when I fought the dragon. Picked up that gun, went to the ether crystal. I had a legendary QBZ on round 1, and I just started collecting kills. So I'm just saying, you don't need to find an actual legendary. It just has to be a gun you found. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. This was a bit of a grind, but I think this season has some easier ones to do. Last season with that, you know, escort calling card was not easy. But I hope I help you guys. Let me know in the chat if there's better ways to do things. I'll possibly pin your comments, and hit the like buttons on any comments that may have explained a better way to do this, because those ones will be pushed to the top, and we can just ultimately help people as much as possible. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you on the stream. Take care.